Welcome back to Liberty Tree Gaming.
Dirk Stallion is shagging now.
We are still in the hole in the wall. In the last episode, we rescued Sir Hans, and he had a friend with him that he was imprisoned with, a Frenchman. And on the way out of the fortress, if I can get to my map here, easier to point around. Yeah, so we rescued Hans from over here, Malashov Fortress. And we were riding out, and on the way we came across Sir Radzig and Hanush and their band. And we, after a brief talk with them, we learned that the king is having a council meeting in the city of Kuttenberg. And we'll go ahead and read this. We're going to have to focus on this because it is a timed quest. Has timed sections. I don't know which ones, but we'll read this real quick. No sooner had I reunited with Capon than another friendly encounter awaited us. However, right after that, we had to split up again and go about our important task. I'll go to Kuttenberg to attend the city council with King Sigismund, the others to Raborsch for a meeting of King Wenceslas supporters. And it says I've got enough time before the council convenes, so I think that means that it's not timed yet, but maybe soon. We'll see. But I'm still going to focus on this because I don't want to accidentally die. And the task for me now is that I need to get to the city council convened by Sigismund to find out what Sigismund is up to. But getting to the king himself won't be easy. Perhaps Master Vavak could help me. I know many things about him that the king would not be pleased to hear. Additionally, while we were rescuing Hans, we found Rosa's book, and we need to take it to her. So Lady Rosa is, well, in Malashov I found a book that matches Lady Rosa's description exactly. Lady Rosa is certainly impatiently awaiting news of my trip to Malashov. I shouldn't keep her waiting. And we started to read the book while we were in Malashov, but didn't read all of it because we kind of had a pressing issue in that we were at risk of being found out. So I want to go ahead and read that book, and we'll do that in just a second. The other thing is we picked up a new quest from Shinyik, and he wants to blow up the mine. I've still got this terrible cough, so I keep having to mute. Sorry about all that. So this one says, the Spark. The guild is planning its greatest diversion mission yet. I can't miss it. So guild is faced with its biggest challenge yet, disrupting Sigismund's flow of silver by collapsing his mine. They want me to get the black powder and bring it to the mine, where the others will be waiting. I'm going to pause on this one. We'll get back to it later, but with the time-sensitive nature of that one, we'll have to focus on it. So I'm going to untrack that one, and we're going to go talk to Rosa first, and then go from there. Now let's look at this book again. Before we do that, let's get further away from the people talking, because it is so hard for me to concentrate on reading while people are talking around me. This looks like a nice, quiet place. Right, Mutt? It's going to be a quiet place, right? You're not going to go barking everywhere?
Here, Mutt!
A book of humorous anecdotes. So we read the first few pages, and it looks like they're jokes. A book of anecdotes. Slightly humorous. And we got to this section. Thinking is not knowing. A certain Kuttenberg gentleman once visited an old charlatan and wanted to know his fate. The charlatan examined his palm carefully and said to him, I see you are the father of 2 children. You're mistaken, he shook his head. I am the father of 3 children. It is you who are mistaken, smiled the charlatan. Yeah, okay, get it. Repent, Adam's gender. A von Wallenstein and Ryman are hard on men and women. As many, and men in particular, will gladly testify, of the 2 genders, it is the female that is imperfect. prone to all manner of sins and faults. It is an old known truth that the testimony of many is a credible testimony, the truth of which cannot be doubted. But who hath appointed the woman her lot? God or man? Who has decreed that woman is incapable of thinking, acting, and deciding without the guidance of man? By whom was it determined that women were too foolish and vice-ridden to participate in matters wholly male, politics, science, or the liberal arts? Is such a resolution supported by experience or evidence? After all, no one has ever given a woman the opportunity to demonstrate the necessary judgment and wit. We have only conveniently condemned it as inadequate and have made this judgment an established truth which no one dares to question. We have witnessed many injuries to the daughters of Eve, and therefore may, or rather must, testify that the world is unjustly ordered in this respect. Men are fond of exalting themselves above women and attributing all sorts of wrongs to them, but only to cover their own faults. A man who accuses a woman of vice has squandered his own youth in licentiousness. In old age, these men recall with regret the sins of their past life without ever repenting of them. It is out of this bitterness that they denounce women in order to humiliate and vilify them in the minds of all who are willing to listen to them. These corrupt old men are like incurable leprosy. But even more than women, men prefer to elevate themselves above other men. For example, they claim that husbands who listen to their wives' advice are fools and deserve ridicule. But we say that a man who has a wife who is sensible and wise and refuses to listen to her is twice as foolish. Okay, so it seems like some very progressive thinking for 1400 Bohemia. All right, the gravedigger's jest. What do you call a woman who knows exactly where her husband is every night? A widow. On the wisdom of the elders, father says to a son on his wedding day, "Remember, son, that a newlywed woman loves well and cooks badly, but wait a few years and it will be just the opposite." Okay, then. So it's like this progressive idea in the middle of a book that looks like nothing, like just a joke book. I could read that one, but most of my show's maxed out. My scholarship's maxed out. There's not a lot of point to reading it. I will one day, but not right now. All right, so next up, we need to go see Rosa, and I want to go wash our clothes off too. So go out there. Excuse me, my lady. Can I wash off as well? Oh, you're in my way. Oh, there'll be troughs up here, I believe. All right, let's head to see Rosa. That's the yellow bee, I believe. Go around this building, behind that one, and there. That same type of design is still used today to pick up stones and blocks of ice. Just a basic scissor pinch. Alright, this will be the place. Let's change into our pretty clothes. And because it's Rosa, let's throw on some perfume as well. Where is my perfume? Down here, right? Ability, there it is.
It's that nice smell.
Who are you? Just a guard.
You look different. Have you been to the baths?
My word. All it takes is a good wash, and a man has to beat the women off with a stick.
You jester.
By the way, like you were saying about that book,
My favourite book. Pray tell, did you find it?
as I
Yes, we
wandered through
did.
the fortress, I stumbled upon von Bergov's chambers, and there it lay. Red leather, gold inlay, just as you said.
You really found it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the way, did you have any time to leaf through it and see what it's about?
Yes.
I read a bit of it.
What did you think?
The writing style seems familiar. I don't know. The author's really isn't holding back, or what do you like about it? Let's try the hard one and see.
While reading it, I thought the writing style seemed familiar.
Really?
Well, yeah. As if I knew the writer himself. Or herself.
Women writing books. Come now.
Why not? I bet they would write better than many men.
Such audacity.
More like experience. I once helped with copying. Most of it was boring drivel.
I can imagine. A person does all that work to learn to read and write, but then they sit you down at a table to copy the works of others for the rest of your life.
Waste of time, right?
Not just time, above all, talent.
Hold on. Who wrote this then?
I did. Look, you've never thought about writing something.
Me? And what would I write?
How should I know? Poetry, a novel, a treatise, or a whole book?
That's a tempting notion. Who knows? In another life, I might have become a writer.
Wouldn't you want to at least give it a try?
I suppose I'm not quite sure where you're going with this.
There are still a few blank pages left, so we could finish writing it together. You and me. What do you think?
That sounds great.
We'll have plenty of light and privacy in my chambers. Will you escort me?
Yeah.
My pleasure.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Now, I have many ideas, but we must contribute in equal part.
Both? Well, fine. What should I do?
Just tell me what you'd like to read about. A tale of a man or a woman? I'll take careful notes of everything.
Okay. Let's go with a woman.
There are heaps of stories about men. So I propose one about a woman.
All right, a woman then. But I'd need to know more about her.
Such as...
Tell me one trait that is important for you. What would impress you in a girl?
Really big heart. Make her
I
courageous.
admire
Like that.
courage in girls. They're weaker than men, and life is rarely easy for them. But they still don't give up.
Do you know one like that? Tell me about her.
Standing before me. Every woman brave. That is not true. Well, I mean, Rosa's pretty dang brave. She shot at the freaking guy in front of all of the soldiers. But let's put it on thick here. Let's see.
How could I not? After all, I'm looking at her.
You think I'm brave? Father says I'm more rash, always acting before thinking.
Well, nobody's perfect. But in my opinion, you're certainly brave.
Enough, you flatterer, or I shall blush. We'd better get to writing. Let's say we write about a woman who is brave and isn't afraid to say what she thinks. Would she do it for herself or for someone else?
Make her brave for someone she loves. That's much more commendable than if she were only thinking of herself.
You can't disagree with that. And to make things a little more interesting, the love will be secret and forbidden, because forbidden fruit tastes the sweetest.
Waiting for Rosa to finish your story.
Well, just about finished.
Well, let's have a look.
Not yet. Something's missing.
What?
A picture. I don't trust myself with proper illumination, but I think I can handle a sketch, especially if you'll be my model.
What? And what on earth do I have to do?
Lie on the ground on your stomach and swing your legs, but not much. Like you're lazing around.
Are you gonna paint me like one of your French girls? Henry. Oh, she's amused.
Well, now we're done.
Finally. I'm sore all over.
Your suffering is over. Come take a look at what we've done. Your reward. Go on, read it. I want to hear what you think of it.
All right, then. I think this is the new part. A widower who remarried. Once upon a time, there was a rich old burgher in Kuttenberg. He had been widowed long ago, but he was not so old that he wanted to live alone, so he married a maid who served him. She was a simple, poor girl, but prettier than any noblewoman and twice as clever. But the old widower did not know that. It was enough for him to enjoy the sight of his wife during the day and once in a while to enjoy her in the evening. He had no idea that the girl had eyes for his young groom more than for him. So when her husband did not want to enjoy her in the evening, she hurried to the stables to see the groom who slept there. One day, however, she forgot that her husband had an important journey early in the morning. What a surprise it was for both partners when the master entered the stable at dawn. Instead of a horse, he found a saddled groom and his own wife in the saddle. What a scream! The husband called her a harlot and was about to go to the town bailiff to get justice. His wife, however, did not just give in. She stood in his way and said, "Before you go complaining about me, think, have I ever been unkind to you when you asked me to come to you for the evening to please you? Did I ever refuse?" "Never," the old man admitted. "You always came to me as I asked. Have I ever been stingy, unwilling, or cold to you? Have I refused to give you what you wanted from me?" "No," he repeated, more modestly now. "You always gave me everything I asked for. So tell me, what was I supposed to do with what was left? Feed it to the pigs, lock it in a chest, and throw away the key? After all, isn't it better to please another man who loves me? Doesn't take away from what's rightfully yours." The husband felt ashamed at his words and had to admit that his wife was right. And to this day, Blumel, the town bailiff, still knows nothing of it. Okay. Interesting story there, Rosa. I turn these subtitles off. Got another book.
So what about that story of ours? Tell me your impressions.
That's nice. A bit didactic, but not to the point of boring moral bludgeoning. And that's the way it should be. Sermons for ordinary people work in a similar way. They entertain and encourage, with a few lessons added in between.
You see, when I lead mass one of these days, I'll certainly think of you. And what about the sketch? For such a slapdash job, it's not bad, right?
You write a fair piece better than you draw. No,
It's pretty, really. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I know I'm no master illuminator, but otherwise, I think we can be quite satisfied. And thank you for the help. I really enjoyed it.
Well, so did I. And for that matter, you're an interesting girl, and I'd like to get to know you a little better.
No beating around the bush. How about that? Please do stop by sometime. I wager it would be enlightening for both of us. Perhaps I can show you my collection of hunting trophies.
Tales of Kuttenberg helped Rosa finish her book. Excellent. Oh, and she's a skill teacher
You said you could
too.
teach me something. What did you have in mind?
If you ask nicely, I'll share some of my hard-earned wisdom with you.
Very well then, Lady Know-It-All. Let's say then I come on bended knee. What scholarship can you pass on to me?
That depends on what you're interested in. There's a whole world hidden inside of books I could talk to you about for days on end. Or if you prefer actions instead of words, I can show you a few shooting tricks. But I warn you in advance that it will not come free. After all, there's nothing more valuable than scholarship. So, what would you like?
Okay, I guess because my scholarship's maxed, this is the only one I can do. But yeah, I'll
I'd
take.
like you to show me
I'll
some
take that.
archery tricks. You shoot like a... well, a wild woman.
I prefer the term Amazon.
Will you teach me?
Listen closely so I don't have to repeat myself.
Oh, that was freaky. I saw inside her brain. Cool, got a perk. All right, we'll do Hal's shot first too, so that's another 15% damage on a first shot. That should be able to let us, especially with the like stealth archer perk we already saw, should let us take out people very quickly. Fire 2. I'm not gonna steal it, but I would like to know what it is. What's in the very hard chest here? Towards the flexibility of the body, agility. Once again, not gonna steal. I think it'd be a little bit obvious if I did. Let's actually put our armor back on. And Rosa's just gonna sit over there and knit. Whatever she's making with that.
God bless you, sir.
last time. Wrong door. This one.
Oh.
All right, well, we have talked to Rosa, helped her finish her book, and now let's go talk to Vavak and see if we can get into this meeting.
Aye, the priest. How could I have forgotten?
Aye,
about him?
aye,
Maybe,
you silly
because I don't
doggy.
think he'll be able to solve my problem.
Heartfelt prayer saved entire masses of Jews. And Jonah from the whale. So don't tell me it can't help with a little thing like yours.
I don't know what you said to the mint master, but he left here looking like he'd met the Grim Reaper.
I didn't mean it
May
like that,
God
of
be
course.
with you, Henry. Well,
Okay.
but I reckon you'll like it.
The one called woman. They look like angels on the outside, soft, gentle, and well.
Who is Ragman?
Enough to turn even an honest man's head. But under this,
I'm at your service, sir.
I'm going to see the Mint Master. May I enter?
Any fool could say that. What do you want from him?
I have an appointment?
I have an appointment with him.
All right, go ahead then. But don't waste too much of his time.
What is Mutt doing now? Is he healing? Is he called to heal? I go to player. Sidekicks. He is to heal. Give him some more
Here you
food
go.
while we're at
Take
while
it.
he's here. And it's flat. Boy. It was Conrad the Kite. Guard.
Thinking of buying a rowboat or maybe a punt?
What do you want a boat for?
Glad to see you again.
you have the gall to show me your face again? I'll call the guards.
Hold your horses. I'll come in peace. Actually, I have a little offer for you.
You've come to blackmail me again?
Call it what you like. I need to get into the City Council Assembly. And I reckon you can help me.
The assembly? The one King Sigismund is supposed to attend in person?
Yeah, that's the one.
Surely you wouldn't deny me a chance to meet the king.
Don't try that on me. This is connected with Ruthard, isn't it? And tell the truth.
I want to know what Sigismund tells the council. I hear it'll be important.
You want to spy? Do you know what you're risking? And what I'd be risking? Forget it.
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel? If you want to keep your position and your head on your shoulders, you'd better shape up.
All right. Maybe we can make a deal. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and you won't betray yourself, or especially me. And that will be the end of our business together.
I'm confused as to why I would do these other ones. Because, I mean, this deal is good. It gives me what I want, and I could let him off the hook and we'd be good. So why would I offer a few groschen too? And this one just be a jerk. But let's see what he says to this.
Now about a few groschen to seal our fruitful relationship.
You're worse than a horse dealer.
Oh, I'm getting
Out of your
Groshen.
way, then. You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. My cook's son will be serving there. He's roughly around your age. Maybe he can be persuaded to let you stand in for him. Although, not everyone would want to give up an opportunity to serve the King of Hungary.
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name. Franta Kuldaun. He's an idler and a boozer, but he's proved his worth as a waiter. Which reminds me, you'll need his letter of permission to serve in the council. Otherwise, you won't be let inside.
What will I need to work as a waiter there?
Fast feet and good manners. And the livery of a royal waiter.
Excuse me?
Or do you think you can serve the king in a torn shirt and muddy hose?
Well, no. But I never heard about any livery before.
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made specially for meeting the king. Don't even show up there without it.
Where can I find the cook's boy?
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today from Master Tailor Schneider. You'll almost certainly run into him there. That is, if he's up and about after his boozing bout. I swear that fellow practically lives at that Tin Hen.
At the what?
That German alehouse, the Iron Eagle. That is zum Eisernen Adler.
What would work on him? How can I persuade him to give me his job?
Would you like me to give you a letter for him? I told you how to get to the assembly. Now do your part.
I'll be going then. See you at the council.
Just make sure we both come out of it alive.
I mean, I can promise half of that. Where am I going? Let's see. I threatened to expose Vavak for stealing silver, so he had no choice but to help me. I'm supposed to replace the royal waiter. By coincidence, it is the son of Vavak's cook, one Franta Kuldaun. Got enough time before the council to pass myself off as a royal waiter. I'll need his certificate, otherwise I won't be able to get to the council. Appearing at a royal banquet as a waiter is not a simple task. I will need a fine dress from Franta Kuldaun, who had it made for the occasion by Tailor Schneider. The tailor can certainly be found at the market during the day. There's no point in looking for him at night. I need the certificate and the clothes.
God bless you.
Does this door exit the building? It does.
Don't be shy. Come closer and take a look. Quality goods here.
Who have fins instead of legs and fleshy towels on their heads. If you want to hear more, give me a...
Who's looking for me?
What's that? Greetings, friend.
God bless you.
Bless. You seem like a kindly fellow. Come and have a chat.
You are quite drunk, friend.
How are you, my friend?
I'm well, thanks.
Wonderful! I'm celebrating today, you know? There's been a great event, terrific! I have a son, healthy and strong as he should be. A miracle, my man, a miracle!
We've heard this one before, right?
That's really something. Congratulations.
Thanks, friend. You know, for a long time, me and my wife couldn't... you know, was starting to think something's, wrong with me. Then she started drinking this concoction. Yarrow, sage, and... and wouldn't you know, first try, boom! Belly like a barrel.
Aye.
Herbs can work wonders. All it took was one decoction.
Work it did, and how? The wife's healthy, so's the baby. That's a joy and a happiness in this day and age. I mean, some people say that bringing children into this godforsaken mess, well, it's practically a sin. Bollocks, if you ask me. There's always a war going on somewhere. There'd be no babies born at all. Thinking like that. How about you, friend? You have any young guns?
Not yet. I reckon there's still time enough for that.
Ah, true. Shouldn't have kids until you're ready. In your head, I mean. Children are a joy. When they stare up at you with those barely seeing eyes. And when they grab your finger with their tiny little hand. You're hooked. Hooked for good. But... what am I babbling on about?
And why are you so drunk?
Has to discover that for himself. Well, you take care for now.
You too. And watch your step if you want to get home in one piece.
Take care for now.
Did I get pickpocketed while I was standing here? Very strange.
Burnt to the ground! Hell on earth! Just a few days' walk from...
D. Close.
Here!
See, is a certificate.
In silver scallets, they say. Without warning.
Fine wares. Honey pies. Pies like no other.
On the next dial over.
Ribbons of all colors.
Good afternoon, sir.
What do you have for...
What can you do? Maybe next time then, sir. The finest wares, quality goods.
Muslin, barches, the strongest barches from Kuldaun.
Leather pouches, belts, straps. Come and take your pick. From the finest leather.
Don't be shy. Come closer and take a look. Quality goods here. A fine day for some fine wares. We've got enough to go around.
Don't be coy. My wares up.
I'm looking for a specific guy, right? Tailor. You?
Greetings, what do you need?
I hear one Franta Kuldaun is supposed to come and pick up new clothes from you.
You're too late. Franta already came and picked up the goods. You just missed him.
Seriously?
Show me your wares.
That drunk guy distracted me long enough that I missed him.
What can you do, sir?
Who wears?
Okay, said to frequent the Iron Eagle, so we'll head that way. Right down here. I don't think we've really been in this one. Talked to the... talked to the innkeeper, but not to... I don't think we really went in.
Sorry.
Okay, let's see what we can do.
Was möchtest du, mein Freund?
What do you have for sale?
Danke und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr.
Oh yeah, let's change clothes.
Diese Schweine.
Greetings. What do you need?
Who do they think is going to...
You must be Franta Kuldaun.
I am. And who might you be?
I'm Henry. I heard you're supposed to serve at the City Council Assembly.
I am. What's it to you?
Supposing I took the job on for you. You can put your feet up, fill your belly, and I'll do all the work for you.
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine, while I run around like a bugger with pitchers so they don't run dry. Why would you want to stick your nose in there?
I want to see the king in the flesh.
Why's that?
Well, I heard a lot about him. How he won lots of battles, how he's courageous, just...
And as bad-tempered as the devil. He's got the councillors shitting themselves, fearing what's coming at this assembly. The more I think about it, the happier I am about not having to be there. To begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable of serving even His Majesty. Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you? Can you tell different wines apart and that?
Well, of course.
Of course. Who do you take me for?
All right. No need to get upset. Show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you and think up some good excuse. Clear?
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I had a brand new one made. Here it is. I look like a prick in it. Hopefully it'll sit better on you. The main thing is, don't lose it before the assembly or get it covered in
Thanks. I won't disgrace you. I promise.
You better not. Soon, my friend.
All right, looks like we got both things at once. I got the king's waiter certificate. I got myself a royal waiter's dress and have everything I need to apply as a new royal waiter. I better hurry down to the town hall and see the steward, and I mustn't forget to dress appropriately. Certificate proving eligibility of a waiter to serve His Majesty, King Sigismund of Luxembourg. The thing looks bad. This that's better. I really think I should wear this. We'll keep the goggles on for now.
Was für ein Scheiß.
Goggles, not goggles. Spectacles. That's what I'm thinking of. For duty, just right there. Okay, well, let's head that way.
Come and take your pick. New wares.
I'm sorry. Do your shopping here and you're in the city. From the finest leather.
Yeah, alright, so it's right there. Cool. So what we're going to do is we will call it an episode here because I'm sure that that's going to be quite an event, so I don't want to have to interrupt it in the middle. So we'll pick it up from here next time. Until then, be good.
You're my doggy, eh?